So I thought I'd say something about, I pulled these nails, by the way. I used another hammer and hit on it and pulled them out. So yes, I did break up the wood some, but this is all going to get layered over anyways with like 6 layers. And here's another reason I want to do my supports now. See, we don't have it perfectly straight. So if I start doing my supports, I can get this leveled off really nice. So that's another reason to do it right now. So I thought I'd say something about, this is green hemlock. So what do I mean by that? These trees were cut down maybe a few weeks ago, maybe a week ago, taken to the sawmill. It was cut into lumber. It was stacked. And then I went and purchased it. Or alternatively, we do have a sawmill. We could cut our own lumber and start using it after cutting the trees down. So most lumber, in most situations, you cannot do this. You want it dried. It has to be dried, or you're going to have other problems. This is one of the few exceptions. Hemlock is one of the exceptions. And why is that? It dries fast. Basically, there aren't bugs that really get to hemlock. It's not, wood bees will not go into hemlock that I know of. It's not a very bug-friendly wood. Another advantage of using it green, and in this situation, if it shrinks, which green lumber is going to shrink, in this situation, that's okay. It's not going to affect, we aren't even going to be able to tell the shrinkage. If I was doing the boards on the top and we put them tight and then they shrink, you're going to have gaps, which probably is okay too. In most situations, that's commonly done. I'm going to try to use a little bit drier hemlock for that. I've been drying some. So I'll probably use those boards and then I'll try to cover it before it gets wet. Splinters. With green hemlock, you really, yes, be careful, but you're less likely to get splinters. With dry hemlock, oh my gosh, if I did this, I would have a splinter for sure. Maybe not a hard one, but some. It's easy to get splinters on dry hemlock, which is one of the reasons some people will not use it and do not like it. But wear gloves, be careful. Either way, be careful. I mean, the splinters are so tough they'll go through thin gloves. So another reason to use green lumber, costs. It's cheaper. They didn't have to take the time to dry it, store it. It's not planed off, so there's less work involved before it gets to you. This is still very commonly used in agricultural situations. Barns are built with it. Historically, I bet Zara State, most of it's hemlock. It's been used in the past a lot. The sad thing is the trees are dying, and getting this hemlock is getting to be harder and harder. So that's something to keep in mind. It's a very solid wood. It can splinter though, but there's ways around it. Tripling them up gives you more strength, and it gets around any splintering. If one wants to splinter, you still got 2 more that do not want to do that. Okay, so I'm going to go back. I got to cut these 2 a little bit and then put this in a little bit because right here it's bowed out a little bit. And I don't know. I kind of screwed up cutting the rafters, I think. Should have been more careful. And when I should have noticed it sooner. But it's not too late. I cut these off. These nails are okay because they're into this one. As long as I saw in and do not go past this and do not hit these nails, it's okay. So we're going to be careful sawing. May even grab my older saw just in case I hit the nail rather than ruining a real good one. Okay, let's get back at it.